So you need motivation, eh? Let me tell you, this is the only motivational video that you ever need again. Stay tuned. So, you need a little motivation. Well, I have amazing news for you. This video is going to be the only motivational video that you need to watch. However, it's not going to come how you think it's going to. I've got some tough news for you. The reality is, the only motivation that you need comes from you. Not from YouTube, not from books, not from influencers or external factors. But let's dive on into that for a second. Perhaps at some point in your life, you've wanted to make a change. Maybe it was getting fit. Maybe it was stopping a bad habit. Maybe it was implementing something in your life that you really wanted to implement. But the only changes that you made were external things. Case in point, how many of us have a spare bedroom with a treadmill or an elliptical machine? And the reality is we bought it with the best of intentions, but at the end of the day, it's a professional dust collector. The problem isn't your external factors. It all starts from within. There is no person who can say the right things that'll make you want to take action. There is no amount of YouTube videos, there's no amount of books that you can read that are going to change you if you are not open to the change from within. Changing external factors is definitely helpful in finding motivation in your business, in your life, in your habits, perhaps in your health. It definitely helps. But the reality is, if you want lasting change, you need to change your internal dialogue. You need to be motivated. I'm gonna be really honest with you. There was a time in my life where I was completely addicted to alcohol. I found myself drinking every single night, way too much, and wanting to blur out life. I can't tell you how many friends and family members said, "Did you black out again? Is this really another one of those situations?" Or how many mornings I spent experiencing shame about the night before. The reality is, there was no amount of motivation that could allow me or help me to quit. What I needed was an internal driver for change. Sometimes you almost have to hit a breaking point. Maybe it's an ultimate low. Maybe it's a rock bottom. For me, it was a day where I went to my day job and I decided not to drink that day. At that time, we were able to drink beer while we were working. Yeah, it's a great environment. But as I was going throughout the day, I didn't drink, and I started to notice that my hands were shaking. As my hands were shaking, in that moment, I realized that was as far down as I was willing to go. That was my rock bottom. Something needed to change. In that moment, I stopped drinking completely cold turkey, and I've never touched a single sip of alcohol ever since. You see, external factors will get you so far. Maybe you want to make a quick change or see a small or a short-term benefit in your life. Yeah, external factors absolutely work for that. But the reality is, in order to have long-lasting change, the motivation needs to come from within. So my question to you is, what is it gonna take? Do you have to hit rock bottom? Or does the fear of rock bottom scare you enough that you're ready and willing to change at all costs? I remember a coach of mine once said, you have to get mad enough. You have to get mad enough at the alternative in order for you to really, really want to change, and in order for it to last. And I remember after that conversation, I realized that even though I wasn't at a rock bottom with that particular situation, the fear, the thought of rock bottom, what it would do to myself, to my family, to my business, I wasn't okay with that. The fear of rock bottom alone was motivation enough for me to change. So what I want you to do today is to recognize, what is it gonna take for me to change? What is it gonna take for me to find the motivation to implement that change, start that new routine, or kick that nasty habit? What is it going to take? Do I have to actually go through the process of hitting rock bottom? Or can I visualize rock bottom and recognize what it would do for the people that I love, and most of all, for myself? What does that look like? What does that feel like? Are you mad enough about that outcome that you're ready to make a lasting change? And that, my friends, is motivation enough. I want to invite you to check out my Mindset Manifesto. It's awesome because you can print it out, put it on your wall so you're reminded of it every single day. You are in charge of your life. So if you click the link below, you can get access to that for free. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment below and tell me what you enjoyed the most or what the aha is that you had. And subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos. I'll see you on the next episode.